Welcome back. In today's episode of the Expert Survival Series, we are doing absolutely everything. It's been a minute since I've grinded this world and just kind of did things that I needed to do. So in today's video, we're going to be doing that. As you can see behind me here, we've been experimenting with some builds, which I'll get to in a little bit. But more importantly, we have our storage building. Let me jump down here because I'm pretty sure I have a screenshot of what this looked like last episode. So there it is overlaid on screen. And this is what we have now. So if you somehow don't notice the difference, we built a roof across the entire thing. And we have a little lighthouse light at the top as well. I'll take you through a tour in a second. But quickly before we do that, I did say that I wanted to check out this part of my island right here, which is actually something that I started building off camera as well. And this looks nowhere near as cool as something like my storage room over there, but it is just the start of this build. And the idea is that I put down some wooden foundations under it. But if I go up top, and as you can see, I already have some staircases building up this way. I want to build a ginormous wooden foundation up here and then lay a bunch of garden plots down on top of it so that all of my plants can see the sun. You know, just kind of get a ginormous farm going over here, grow all of our crops, etc. But yeah, for now, it's just this, and there's not much else to show you. I know that in the intro, I said I would show this off, so yeah, that's basically all we have here. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions, because I need help. I think the first thing I have to do is probably tear down these white walls and swap them out with these gated walls, because I think these look a lot better than the solid white. But like I said, not much to see here. I just kind of wanted to point that out. But anyway, let's get back over to our storage room. I gotta stop by my village just to grab myself some resources so I can continue on our build project over there, because that's what we're going to do first. So I've got some building resources as well as some iron and frost pine. That way I can make some more of these grand chests. If you didn't know, that building over there is going to be a storage room, so we're obviously going to need some of that. So yeah, let's get over there. But one quick thing before we do, it's right behind us here. Code Kaz in the item shop if you guys are buying any Lego Fortnite skins. Subscribe if you are new for daily Lego Fortnite content. I know I've missed a few days here. I'm sorry about that, and we're getting back into the swing of things. So yeah, let's get over to our storage room after we talk to Polar Peely, because he should have some stuff for us. And it looks like we have him on the stone breaker. I didn't even know that. So we're actually just going to have him cook foods for us instead. But that's all we really needed from our main village here. We'll leave it for the time being, and we will get over here. And as the sun is starting to set, you can see the lighthouse light up there. In my opinion, it just looks awesome. And I'll show you guys again when it gets fully dark, because it does look really sick. But yeah, I'll take you on the quickest tour ever of what we've done. Since, like I said, I did the roof off camera, but if I step up this way, you'll see everything that we have. This part is super naked at the moment, but I believe I want to add some sort of lounge up here, because if I break this floor, oh, didn't mean to do that, but yeah, we're in the building, so I could build a staircase up there, and then we could have a cool rooftop deck. I think that's what I'm gonna end up doing up here. Other than that, there's not too much to show off. We got the wings, and these have a nice roof on them as well. I did the best job I could kind of filling in the gaps here, but to an extent, you actually can't fit roofs, since, you know, this one and the other one are both angled at 45 degrees. There's bound to be some sort of imperfection, but I think I did a pretty good job, and we'll kind of clean it up from the inside later. But anyway, as you drop into this wing, you'll see that it's completely empty as well. This will all get taken care of. I'm not even sure what I'm gonna build in these little hallways yet, but if you guys have any suggestions, I probably won't do it in this video, so I'll read some comments and see if you guys have any good ideas. I've already kind of messed with the idea of building a village on this building, but you can't do that, unfortunately. The closest place that you can place a... Wait. I don't even have the village square down, but there is a village here still. Anyway, this is the closest you can get, and unfortunately, that is not close enough because the village line is right here. Basically, all I'm trying to say is there's no way we can get villagers into this building, unfortunately. Anyway, like I said, we got some building resources, and the sun is setting. Those are basically all the updates I had, so let's get into some work, shall we? We'll start down here at the bottom floor because I need to decorate this part first and foremost because it's the first thing that anybody will see when I walk inside of here. And I believe that the first order of business is actually going to be tearing out this black flooring because I don't like the way it looks. I thought I would, but yeah, I don't think it's the move. So we're gonna tear this all out, and hopefully it's not a bad decision. I think it'll look better, but yeah, let's just get to this real quick. Okay, and with the floor completely destroyed, what I'm thinking about doing here is just adding wood because I really like the way the staircase would look. So I think something like this is what I'm gonna try to go with. And okay, so we filled out the rest of the floor with wood. But before I show you guys that, since it's still dark outside, I wanted to go over here real quick to show you guys the lighthouse light during the nighttime at our storage base, because I think it looks amazing. Especially when you take a step back, you can see the flare at the very top of this ginormous building. And yeah, in my opinion, this looks great. The one thing that I'm a little unsure of is the brick on all of the walls, because I've gotten some comments that people said this looks like their schools and it's the summertime, so they don't want to think about school. So yeah, I guess this looks like a schoolhouse, at least some people's schools. So yeah, I might switch out the walls. I'm not sure yet. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Maybe I'll even mess with some color combos in this video. I'm not sure yet. Anyway, for now, we walk inside and you can see the wood. In my opinion, it definitely looks better because it has that glossy look to it, whereas the old floor from the Der Burger set didn't have gloss. So yeah, I think this looks a lot more clean. And moving up to the second floor, you can see that we also use wood. It's just a different type of wood. So I think they blend pretty well, but I'm honestly still procrastinating on the things that actually need to get done in this episode, because what I have to do next is start throwing down all of these different utility stations. I might leave out a few of the less useful ones like the compost bin, because I don't think I'll actually need it down here. But the reason I'm going to put some of these things down here is almost as a sort of decoration, just to identify what the chests that are going to be placed near it are used for. Let me just give you a quick example. I just threw down a temporary storage setup. This is probably not what I'm going to end up going with, but just for the example here, I would put a barn down, and then in these chests next to it, I would put things like fertilizer, soil. What else does the barn produce? I honestly don't even know. No joke. I literally came over to this barn just to figure out what the barn actually makes, and it looks like it's just basically spicy burgers, and then I guess we have seeds and other stuff like that. I don't think the barn necessarily produces the seeds, but it makes sense to put them near the barn. Anyway, you guys should get the idea regardless. One thing I'll add is that I absolutely love the way this purple light looks behind this. Adds a really nice vibe, and I think that I could probably get away with adding a few colored lights. So if I go over here, I believe I can put red lights down as well. And yeah, I'm definitely going to accent out this building so it looks a lot nicer on the inside, because at the moment it just has this really weird looking wallpaper that's like pink and beige. I'm not a big fan. So yeah, we're going to add lights. We're going to continue onwards. And honestly, I said this was temporary. I'm going to keep it for now just because I think it actually works. But let's continue onwards, because what we got next is going to be the Rebel workbench, which is basically the workbench for Star Wars Island. We'll go ahead and toss this one down here. There's just a whole lot of resources. Oh my. Wait. What just happened? Anyway, I just fully lagged out, but before I lagged out, I believe that I was kind of saying that I need a lot more chests for the Rebel workbench, so that's why we have more. To be honest with you, I've already run out of the stuff that I need to build a grand chest, so I would have put a third chest right here, but that's not important right now. What is important is decorating, so we're gonna add some decorations to this. All right, so we've added a small amount of decoration to the Star Wars corner. I'm a big fan of this red rug because it matches the rest of the red lighting. And then up here, we actually added a tiny little squadron dresser, so I have even more storage. But after finishing up the decoration down here at our Rebel workbench corner, I realized that the barn corner does not look as good. And I feel like we have to do some renovations to this side now. So let's get this more in theme. Wait a second. I just thought of the coolest idea. We're gonna put chests like this. And oh my goodness. Wait, that's actually pretty sick. And we're dropping the final addition to our essence table little corner here. And I said I wasn't going to put an essence table down, but I really like the vibe of this. You know, it's got a bunch of books and shelves, kind of like the enchantment rooms in Minecraft. And I really like the way it turned out. Other than that, though, we did redesign our barn like I said I was going to. It looks okay, nothing too special, but here we'll just place a few things, not a whole lot. And then coming over here to the direct opposite side, this was all done off camera, but we have our lumber mill and our stone breaker with a bunch of chests for both of these. I like the design I used here. We have some nice arches on top. And then, of course, we have a nice sitting area so that we can wait while our stone breaker and our lumber mill go to work. And lastly, we have this part over here, which has a loom, a spinning wheel, and then even more storage for both of the items that come out of here. So we'll store all of our silk fabric and our wool fabric in chests like these. And then, of course, we have all of our threads along with some cord and drawstring that'll be placed in these chests right here. And that's about all we have for the time being. We do have one more section that's still empty, and looking through my utility stations, I'm not sure what I want to even put here. I feel like the easy answer is that it's got to be a metal smelter, but I'm still unsure. As always, if you guys have any suggestions, let me know because I'm going to leave it blank for now. But if we pretend we're entering for the first time, I really like how filled out this place looks now, especially this enchantment corner. I think it looks absolutely amazing. And other than that, there's still more work to do in the storage room. So I think the next part that I want to do is tear down these walls on both sides. This will kind of open up a nice archway to our wings here. So we'll build up some walls as best we can here, so that way there's barely any gap. There is going to be a tiny gap just because of the nature of the way I built this. Not everything's going to line up perfectly, but we can try our best. So we'll go ahead and just put that under. Let me go ahead and do the same thing over on this side real quick. And it looks like on this side, I already actually put some pillars up. So I think now it's time to just lay some floors down and kind of get these hallways built. Okay, and that was pretty simple. As you can see, just like that, we have an entire floor built out, and it honestly looks pretty seamless. Let's go do the same exact thing on the other side, because wow, this is really starting to come together. Okay, here we go. Looks like there's a little bit of a gap on this one. That's okay. Not the end of the world. And just like that, we have our 2 hallways. Let me go ahead and throw my illuminator on since it's so dark in here at the moment. But yeah, we got these going on. I'm actually going to build these up so there's multiple stories. I guess I can start that now as well. Okay, and here we go. So I got to show you guys what we just built here because it's actually pretty sick. Let me go ahead and just put these last little bits up. Okay, so I think we did a decent job. We'll clean it up a little bit more later, but as we walk over around this area, you'll see that there are 3 different stories to it. Down at the bottom, we obviously have the main level, which will have most of the interior decoration inside of it, but there's also an upstairs hallway, and not only that, there is an attic. So we got the spiral staircase from Lockie's lighthouse, and we have this tiny little attic room with a nice view as well, might I add. Not entirely sure what any of these rooms are gonna be yet. Maybe they're just gonna be storage. Maybe I'll put some beds in here and make rooms. I'm not too sure yet. Either way though, we have a ton of space and we're going to utilize it very well. I'm super excited for that. And then on this side, we don't have anything. I want to keep one side empty just in case I think of any good ideas. But yeah, moving away from this thing now, it is so much more filled out. And I think we got some great progress done. The last thing that I kind of said I might do in this video was go ahead and tear down the walls and make them different colors. I probably won't end up doing that in today's video. I'm sorry. But what I'm thinking is I'll probably try to do it with these Shogun Palace builds. I think that this color might work really well with like a dark wood instead of the brick, but again, I'm still torn between the two, so let me know if you guys have any suggestions down below. But guys, I'm gonna call the video here. I know it was a little bit of a shorter one, and the reason for that is because unfortunately I did go live last night until the live stream crashed. The plan wasn't even to record today, but you know, things happen. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm actually very happy with the progress we got done. We also added some launch pads around the entire area just so I can transport back and forth pretty quickly. As always, let me know what you guys think though, and I did say a bunch of times to comment down below if you have any suggestions, so feel free to do that. Subscribe if you're new and stay tuned for all things Lego Fortnite. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.